The remote village of Qadian, India hosted its first Jalsa Salana in 1891, with a total attendance of 70. These guests were accommodated within the household of the promised Messiah on whom be peace, and catered by Hazrat Ammajan on whom be peace. The stew and roti bread were all prepared and cooked by Hazrat Ammajan, but since this humble beginning, we have seen that the kitchen of the promised Messiah on whom be peace, as prophesied, has expanded immensely. To cater for the thousands of guests, innovative resources have been used, one being a roti producing plant. This year, a plant has been installed within Hadeeqatul Mahdi on the same pattern as Qadian and Rabwa. A barn was converted into a bakery within 10 weeks by a team of engineers and electricians, all being volunteers. The designing of the lights, extraction fans, windows were all designed by the engineers in compliance with the regulation of the authorities. The first stage to making the roti is the mixing of the dough. 64 kilograms of flour, 38 liters of water, yeast, oil, sugar and salt are mixed together and kneaded by a machine. The second step is the making of dough balls. Dough is put into the divider hopper. The rotating screws push it forward. There are 3 outlets from which the balls come out. The cutting blades chop the extruding dough into balls of desired weight. The weight is set by sensors and can be adjusted between 40 to 150 grams per ball. These balls then travel through a resting area before being pressed in the shape of round roti. For the formation of round roti, the 3 balls from the divider enter into an area called sheeter and flattener. First, the balls are pressed under the first pressing area, where they take the shape of an oval roti. This oval roti is then pushed under a second pressing area, where this oval roti is pressed in the other direction, where it becomes round. This unbaked round roti now travels forward through conveyors into the oven. The oven has a temperature of around 500 degrees. The roti moves onto a conveyor belt where the bottom of the roti is baked, and simultaneously, because of high temperature, on the top the surface is also baked. It takes around 7 to 9 seconds time in the oven. Cooling of the roti once it comes out of the oven is done on cooling conveyors before they are packed. The maximum speed come production can be around 9,000 plus roti on a weight of 65 grams. During the 3 days of Jalsa Salana, some 150,000 rotis are going to be produced each day. 16 volunteers will be working in 2 shifts a day, round the clock from Thursday evening to ensure that this number is met.
हदीक़तुल महदी में रोटी प्लांट का एक नया शोबा कायम हुआ है। उसमें भी उसकी इंस्टॉलेशन के वक्त भी कारकुनान ने, टेक्नीशियंस ने, जैसा कि मैं ख़ुद में भी जिक्र कर चुका हूँ, और इंजीनियर्स ने रात दिन एक करके काम किया और उसको चालू हालत में ले आए हैं।